Hey guys, we are giving away this framed canvas of Wolf Lady and all of the vinyl we use in this project on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. So just go to our YouTube channel and comment, like, and share this video, then come back on St. Patrick's Day when I announce the winner. Thanks, good luck.
Hi everyone, it's Deborah from Heat Transfer Source, and the boys at the office made this t-shirt and put it on our Facebook group. If you're not a part of our Facebook group, you're missing out on something really fun and educational. But anyway, we call her Wolf Lady, and she has about a dozen layers on her. So the guys challenged me to recreate Wolf Lady on my Cricut and to show you how to make it if you're interested. They bought this file, I believe on Etsy. One of the guys explained to me that even though we use, 10, 11, 12 colors on this, it's only 2 layers because everything is layered on top of black glitter. So it's basically 2 layers. So the first layer will be black glitter. That's going to be her outline. The second layer, which will be her earrings and shirt, will be out of rainbow metallic. Her eyes and necklace will be blue metallic, soft blue metallic. The feathers on her will be yellow glitter. Her hair and teeth, there's some teeth up somewhere, are going to be this neon pink. And her face, and the wolf face, is going to be beige flock. And the roses and the wolf's eyes are going to be red metallic, soft red metallic. Then we're going to use white glitter for the skull. And then we have some teeth there to be the neon yellow. And the top of the wolf's head is going to be in silver glitter. Now, then there's a halo around her. I'm calling this a halo. And I've decided to do it in spectrum, but I'm not quite sure of which spectrum color. And we have a lot of different spectrum colors, and you can tell the color by looking at the back because the spectrum kind of reflects whatever is around it. So here we have purple, red, orange, white, and yellow. So I'm either going to use, I think, white or yellow, but I haven't committed yet. Now, I thought, oh, this is going to be easy peasy. I'm going to make these layers. I'm going to cut them in the Cricut by using contour. And I'm going to put it on a t-shirt. Oh, no. They want me to put it on a canvas, which, of course, I've never worked with the canvas before. But they want me to put it on a canvas, and they're going to frame it, and they're going to give it away to one of you if you want it. I hope it's good. And I'm going to use the long Cricut mat for Our Lady. And her size is going to be about 11 inches wide, maybe 17 long. So we have to use the long mat. Lots to do, but I'm excited. I'm going to rise to the challenge. See you in a minute, guys.
To begin the project, the guys were kind enough to separate all these layers in this wonderful drawing. And they sent me, I think there were about 10 layers, plus I have this little diamond up here that I use for test cutting. So for the first layer, I just need her base. So I'm going to hide all the other layers over here in the layers panel.
I'm going to do a little test cut first.
Set to iron on plus.
like it.
Hey, sorry for the interruption, but if you like what you're watching, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring the bell to be notified of all new tutorials.
I never know how dull my blade is, so it's always, always, always good to test cut. If you're having a difficult time, put it on the table, put a ruler over the top of it, and roll it next to a ruler. This is a brand new Cricut net, so it's a little sticky, but she's coming off just fine. So you saw it stick to my show notes. There's some, I don't know if you can see this, but some pencil came off on this. So when you go to transfer this, you want to make sure that you don't have that on there because that pencil will come off. I'm just going to remove that part now. Now I'm going to do our flock layer for her face.
Now, I want to warn you ahead of time that you're going to see a lot of excess vinyl that I weed out of some of these large images. But I will leave a link below to our YouTube channel and you can see a video on how to save and reuse excess vinyl.
Okay, this is the second layer. I'm just checking to make sure my transfer tape hasn't picked up anything. I'm going to cut these two images apart so I can piece them on separately. Do the same thing to this.
Of course, we always use release paper on our layers when we're heat pressing or ironing vinyl on. So I'll leave a link to our release paper in the description below.
This is a cool peel. You know, I'm weeding at night, so I just thought that I would show you another way to help you see your project if you're having trouble. Sometimes glitter can be that way. I have an old iPhone with a flashlight that I put on my lap over a glass table, and it really does help. And also you want to have your image in front of you. And guys, seriously, don't stress if you make a mistake. See that big hole right there? Right there. I'm just gonna put another of these scraps in there. Nobody will ever know except me, and I'm very forgiving of me.
All right, now the boys have this fourth layer as the halo, her eyes, and the choker, but I want to separate the halo out. So I'm going to do this in contour. But first I want to duplicate the image just to be on the safe side, and then I'll hide one of the images. Then I'll select all and go down into contour in the right-hand corner, and I will hide all contours except for the halo, which I will select and darken. Once I have isolated the halo, I go back into Design Space and give it a pale yellow color.
These images are big, so I found that it's easier if I cut them apart and apply them separately. I just think they're easier to maneuver, and I can put a little bit of heat tape on them to keep them in place. This is Spectrum. We're going to do a 10 to 15 second press with a cold peel. Now we have some yellow glitter feathers. Make sure everything's covered. I'm putting these on sideways because I can get the whole thing in one press.
For the skull layer, I noticed how intricate the round hoop earrings are. And I also noticed that the guys didn't use the round part of the earring, but I want to use it. So I'm going to go into contour to simplify those hoops, and I'll show you how I do it. I begin by selecting my image and going right down into contour. Then I'm going to enlarge my image so I can actually see what I'm doing. Now I'm just going to contour out some of those little parts of the hoop earrings so I don't have to cut them.
Now I have her earrings, eyes, and a skull. So again, I'm going to cut this apart. Oh, she's getting prettier and prettier. I'm going to turn her upside down and do the skull. So she's right in the middle of my plantain. We're getting ready to cut the red metallic. I have it set on light cardstock. That may be too strong, but that's why I do a test cut. Ugh, like butter. It's gonna take a while to cut, so I'll see you over in the kitchen where I weed. Like I said, it's nighttime here. So here's another way if you use a light board that is just absolutely wonderful for weeding. And you can pick these up at any craft store, Joann or Hobby Lobby. Look how easy that was. Just came off in one easy piece. I have to say, even though I work for Heat Transfer Source, our vinyl is the best. We take these two pieces apart. This is the wolf's eyes up here. This is our soft metallic, and we want to make sure this is a cold peel.
So before we even get to Wolf Lady's pink hair, let me point out that the boys missed a little strand of her hair going down the left side of her face, and I corrected that. So if you'd like to see how I did that, I've put a bonus video at the very end of this tutorial So I hope you stay tuned until the end to see how I did that.
This image took a lot of time to cut, so I'm going to have it here so I can look at it while I weed. When you're weeding something this complicated, the slower you go, the better. Also, the lower you go against the vinyl. See how I'm picking up some of these little strands? I couldn't live without this Tweety light. I know I've said that so many times, but wow. I'm just looking at this against my computer to make sure everything is done. Since that transfer mask has gotten on other parts of the image, we are going to let this really cool.
Now there's a few ways you can speed cooling. One, of course, is by using a cooling block like the one we sell, or you can put it up against an outside window, or put it on a granite or marble countertop, or you can just give it a few shakes to air it out. I decided I wanted to give Wolf Lady some fancy earrings, so I wanted to separate them from the blouse and make them two colors. I began by, of course, duplicating that layer a few times as backup, and then isolating just one of the layers and hiding the others. Then I select that layer and go into contour. Once I'm in contour, I magnify the image so I can see it, and I hide all contours. And then I just start selecting the parts of the earrings that I'm going to eventually make rainbow metallic, along with her choker. If you have a problem deselecting one of the little elements, you can go over to the right rail and find it there and deselect it there. Then I X out of contour, and it takes me back to Design Space, and I give this part of her earrings a new color, which I choose as purple. Then I unhide another layer that I had duplicated, go back into contour, do the very same thing, selecting the opposite elements of the earring so I can make it two colors. By the way, when you're in contour, it's important to note that one element in contour is always selected. In this case, it's that part of the blouse at the bottom of the screen. And if that's not part of the image you want contoured out, you must remember to go back and deselect that small element. Otherwise, you're going to end up with something that looks like this. And then you're going to go back into contour anyway and fix it. I decided to use rainbow metallic and spectrum for her earrings. So I cut the layers apart for ease of application, and then I decide while I have my rainbow metallic out, I'll make her choker out of that. So I cut and weed her choker. And finally, I heat press those images onto the canvas, making sure that I use the cooling block and giving each layer plenty of time to cool before I remove the transfer tape. Now, if you'll remember in the fourth layer, which was originally this, I contoured out the halo and made it yellow, and that left me with the blue eyes and choker. And in the ninth layer, I contoured out the earrings, which left me with her green blouse. So I'm going to hide those two original images. And now I want to combine these two so I can make her blouse green and her eyes green. So basically I'm just going to eliminate her choker. So what I'm going to do always is duplicate each of the images just in case, and I'm going to hide one of each. And now I want to position these as they will be in the final canvas. Now the easiest way to separate her eyes is just to go into square, pull that up, select that, and we're going to slice. That will give me her eyes. And then I'm going to pull back up one of those duplicated images. Here's the duplicated image, and I know that is going to go, the choker goes on top of her blouse, and I'm going to move these eyes right on top. Remove this, attach her blouse with her eyes, and they're green now. So now I've got my green layer of eyes and blouse.
Green soft metallic, 15 seconds, cold, cold peel. Okay, let's go for another layer.
All right, this is our teeth layer. These yellow teeth go into the wolf's lovely mouth, and these go into the skull. Well, you can see there's a lot of space in between here that will be vinyl. But I show you in our YouTube channel how to save vinyl and reuse it. So I will leave a link here on this part of the video that will direct you to our YouTube channel and how to save scraps and reuse them.
I'm going to change the setting to iron on because this is just our 1, 2, 3 vinyl, and actually Vinyl Plus would be fine. You want to make sure you don't have anything behind your Cricut machine that would impede the loading of a long mat or any mat.
Here I just used some heat tape to secure the images onto the canvas. And after heat pressing, make sure you cold peel. That's really important. And here's our finished wolf lady. She was a little tough to make, but a lot of fun. And hopefully one of you will win her, and I hope you want her. And stay tuned because there's a really short tutorial that I promised you on how to fix that little piece of hair going down the left side of her face. Thanks again, everyone. I really appreciate you watching this and would love a thumbs up and a share if you think it's worth it. Thanks again. I wanted to correct that little tendril of hair that ran along her face and do it in pink. So I simply went into contour and I pulled up the image of her face and isolated it. And then I ran it through my Cricut one more time on the pink neon vinyl, and I weeded it out. And when I got to the part of where the tendril is, I just cut that tendril off and heat pressed it onto the canvas. And now she's perfect. Well, almost perfect. For more tutorials like this, just subscribe to our YouTube channel and remember to hit the bell to be notified of all new tutorials. Thanks again, everyone.